Welcome everyone. How is your life transforming is today's timeless pick a card, and by timeless I mean it's meant for you whenever you find it. So today we have three options. Option 1 on the left, pyrite, option 2 in the middle, chrysocolla, and option 3 on the right hand side, diamond. Take a deep breath with me. And exhale. Timestamps are in the description box. If you need more time to choose, you can go ahead and pause the video now. See you there. All right, welcome everyone who chose pyrite. This is going to be your reading about how your life is transforming currently. So we have the number 45 here, could be significant to you, as well as the number 9. Closing cycles could be, 45 could be an age. The number 9 as in September or the 9th of the month, or 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months. Well, I feel the reason why your life is transforming, because I do feel that you're closing a cycle, is because you've learned something about your worth. You've learned to appreciate yourself. You've learned that genuine abundance and prosperity comes from within. You've learned something about your inherent value. And so the transformation that your life is going through is a result of that. So I'm seeing a glow up for you guys. I'm seeing a glow up, and I'm seeing life in color. I'm seeing you feeling more alive, more vibrant, more playful, more creative even. Pirates could be significant. Your name could start with P, Y, R, I, T, or E. Someone here could be from Texas. I also heard Riri. I also heard laughing. Pie. Someone's eating pie. Someone's baking a pie. With right here, I feel like you're going to get your rights. You're going to know your rights and live within. You're going to get, your rights will be granted to you. What you're entitled to will be granted to you. Or you will have access to your rights. You will have access to what you're entitled to. Okay, beautiful. That's a nice start. That's a really nice start. All right, next card we have orange. Yeah, I was seeing this creativity. You're going to be feeling more creative. You're going to feel more in touch with your body, with, I'm seeing more playful, lighthearted, inner child connection, feeling more sensual, feeling more creative in all areas of your life. And it's because there's a sense of you stepping into this childlike energy where you're allowing yourself to experience more of the lightheartedness side of life. I feel before things were a little bit too serious, and it was because you didn't really know your worth. And now that you're understanding what your rights are, what you're worth, it's like you're becoming more lighthearted even with your own energy, with yourself. You're not being so hard on yourself. You're not being so heavy on yourself. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have like strong Saturn energy or Capricorn in your chart somewhere, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, especially if it's a South Node. And if this orange energy is giving me more like Jupiter, Sagittarius energy, where all those limitations and constraints and heaviness and being hard on yourself and putting yourself through it, really, I feel like you're going to let yourself off the hook a little bit. Like, if there was anyone to blame, I feel you would always blame yourself first, regardless of whose fault it was. If there was any responsibility to take, you would be the first one taking responsibility. You would carry other people's burdens. You would probably not delegate. And so there's something you learn, like, okay, I'm also worthy of some time and some relaxation and some fun. And you even welcome it. You invite it, even though I feel this could be a little bit foreign to you, because you're like, oh, but maybe you're thinking, oh, but I don't even know how to have fun anymore, or But it's like you're getting that back, and as a consequence of that, I do feel, I feel you already in this more lighthearted, playful energy. And when we are in a more lighthearted, playful energy, and we're not so struck by the overwhelmingness of being overloaded and overburdened, you start to, that playfulness allows you to get your head out of, this confusion. Because it creates confusion, and it's stemming from a place of fear, and now you're more willing to embrace the unknown and embrace the challenge of exiting fear almost. And so when that happens, when there's playfulness, guess what happens? Sometimes when someone is like, let's say a writer, right, sitting in front of the laptop or a piece of paper, whatever the means of, typewriter, whatever the means of writing are, doesn't matter. But when a writer is sitting at the desk and trying to bang on, like, gets stuck on that last phrase and doesn't know where to go from there with the story, how to end a chapter, how to start a chapter, how to start the book, how to end the book, whatever it is. If that writer keeps sitting there and doesn't get up and go drink some water, go for a walk, when we go for walks, that's when our creativity can really get sparked, either whether it's by ourselves or with someone else. Even in speaking to someone else while we're walking, a lot of things can come out. Or even if we're alone, a lot of things can just pop into our head, and I'm like, of course. Or we see something, right? Or we go out to a party or to some place where we can dance or see other people or just be in nature, whatever it is. It's not by insisting on sitting there that idea is going to miraculously pop. So what I'm seeing here is that if you've been experiencing any form of creative block, even if it's just to find a creative solution for something, it's because you've been banging on the same subject or trying to do it the same way. It's like insanity, right? Trying to do things the same way, expecting different results. The definition of insanity. And so you felt like you were going insane. And there was a change there that allowed you to, okay, well, this is not working, so let's try something else. And you're going to find that the more you allow yourself play, because the work hard part is there, right? It's just the play hard that is not quite there. And so it's like work hard, play hard. Okay, this is a balance. Now things are going to start to flow. And I feel as a consequence, prosperity will also be flowing. Yeah, first ray of power, that's your new beginning. A beginning where you feel more empowered now. You feel more empowered. And it's this energy of conscious destruction. Conscious destruction of what was and an old way of doing things, an old belief system, or, doing something, the same thing, expecting different results, kind of insane cycle, right? So this energy of conscious destruction is because you're choosing to consciously destroy a certain MO for another one that is healthier. The energy of destruction can be used in a healthy way. It doesn't have to be used for, negative purposes. And so you're eliminating something from your past or past behaviors or feelings or thoughts for fresh energy. I see this fresh energy, this fresh start. But the first ray also carries this frequency of leadership. So there's something here of you standing in the truth of your light so that others can find their way by it. So it's almost like there's something that you're doing that's going to put you in a leadership position or is going to make you more of an effective leader. Even if other people are not exactly thinking or doing what you're doing, other people will eventually follow. Maybe people who used to do things the way you did. I see a strengthening of your willpower and you're having more of a willpower to accomplish tasks that you've chosen to. So I see you making a new set of tasks. I see you writing down a new set of tasks to accomplish and having the willpower to do this. It's like a fresh set of tasks, a fresh set of routines, a fresh set of something here that you're doing and you're ticking off. And there's a sense that you're starting to believe more in your own strength versus, other people's. Like you're starting to see yourself more as a leader. So it could be that you're starting your new business, or you're branching away from a job to start your own business, or you're adding a source of income, or you're just feeling more empowered as a business owner or as a leader if you lead a group of people. And if you're confused about making a decision or choosing a path to take, whether to continue on a certain path, a certain course of action, a certain lifestyle, a certain relationship, or to leave something behind, it seems like all this will be clarified. It's going to be easier for you to make decisions from now on. It's not going to be so foggy, because I feel that you're letting go of fear, and in letting go of fear, decisions will be a lot easier, because you're not going to be making any decisions from a place of fear. It's more like from a place of joy and creativity and purity, and rather than just doing things out of fear. Like, okay, I'm going to make this choice because I'm afraid if I don't make this choice, that will, it's not purely fear-based is what I'm seeing. Yeah, Destroyer. Interesting. I was wondering when this card was coming out, because I remember this card was in one of the piles. And it's interesting that came up. So you're going to be releasing whatever is potentially destructive, whatever has destroyed things for you in the past, or whatever could potentially destroy a new life that you're trying to prepare. So I feel like right now you're preparing for a new life. And in the past, there could have been some kind of intoxication with destructive power, such as being a workaholic, or an addiction, or a codependency, or something here. But it's like you're letting that go. You're letting that go and destroying that part that needs to go, because it's been destructive, or there's a potential that it could become very destructive. A woman holding a coin. Okay, great. So if you're a feminine energy watching this especially, but it's also valid if you're a masculine energy, but I'm my demographic is mostly feminine energy. This means empowerment, financial empowerment, and so prosperity and health, okay? I'm seeing a strong edification. I feel what's happening is the destruction of a faulty foundation that will crumble. And what will take place is a stronger foundation, one that is meant to grow and be stable and prosperous and sturdy and healthy. Some of you could have a black cat. You could have Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in your chart. The number 42 could be relevant, as well as the number 6. So the number 6 is Venusian energy. Taurus and Libra energy could also be here. And Venus represents prosperity and love. So there is a solid, stable foundation for you to grow when it comes to money, health, and love here, as a consequence of all this. It's like the way your life is transforming is putting you in a position where you will be very stable in your material world, especially. Okay, when it comes to money and health and home matters and, saving and, just having very stable life economically speaking, being able to afford a few luxuries, being the person other people go to for either financial advice or financial support, and being able to be there in that way. If you have been struggling maintaining a tidy, clean house, I feel this energy is very good as well. So, and there's something about, if you were struggling in the past because you were working too much and you didn't have time to tend to your home, I feel that you may have made, or you will be making some changes in that way, where you will be paying more attention to your home and you will be taking care of it the same way you would take care of business, and that will end up energetically positively affecting your money. Interesting. And it's very Feng Shui energy that I'm seeing with that. Get some exercise. And yes, the Queen of Pentacles is also about the body. Yes, yes, yes. I did see that you will feel more connected to your body. First of all, I see you in this very sensual energy, very sensual, very attractive, very just glowing. I see a glow up here. And it could be that your body is becoming stronger as a result of you having decided to get the right type of exercise, or more exercise, or some exercise, depending on where you are on the spectrum. Your body is becoming stronger, and you will begin to feel stronger in all ways, and that will affect you, even your mental strength and your emotional strength and your spiritual strength. It's all connected. It's all connected. All right, beautiful. So how is your life transforming? King of Gabriel, if you're a masculine energy watching this, you could have strong Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, South Node, North Node, or Midheaven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Yes, 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 yes. Exactly. So if you had trouble delegating before, you're going to have an easier time delegating. Either because, let's say if you have employees, okay? If you have employees, then maybe you had trouble delegating because you couldn't trust people, and you found a way to either, educate your employees, or, swap them all together for new employees. Either way, I feel the way you're transforming your life is enabling you to just be able to be the leader, keep your eyes on the big picture, feeling inspired, feeling more driven, because now you can leave the details to others. You're going to start delegating more, maybe because you have more people that you trust, or maybe because you've educated people, or, even this could be people around you, like your kids, right? Depending on whatever age they are, there are responsibilities we can delegate. And so I feel that you're not going to be taking on so much, and you're just going to give back whatever you are taking in terms of other people's responsibilities onto yourself. You're going to give it back to them. And guess what? Maybe you've been enabling people so far. And what happens when we do that, when we give people back their responsibility, is we stop enabling them. And guess what? It makes them have to go through the challenges. It makes them have to learn and grow. It's good for them. And so I feel everyone is going to benefit from this. Because I do feel like you are someone who's genuinely concerned for others. But what I feel that you're realizing is, by doing everything for everyone else, is actually not only bad for your health, it's not good for people either. But I mean, you've had to go through experiences. And I feel that the fact that this is a turning point for you is leading you to more success in your own life. You're going to feel more inspired. You're going to feel freer and as you feel freer, you will feel more driven, and you will feel like you will be able to give more attention to yourself, to your body, to your matters, your health, because I feel you could have been experiencing some stress-related issues related to all of this. All right. Eight of Michael. Yeah, I mean, you're going to free yourself from anything that was keeping you stuck, be that a belief system. I feel you're going to have the courage to change your situation. Before, you were lacking the courage because you were in a place of fear, but now that you're freeing yourself little by little, step by step, you're starting to feel freer to actually make these changes, because fear can really put us in a place of a lack of self-confidence. I feel the first step to freeing your fear was really knowing your worth. And once you realized your worth, for whatever reason, something changed within you. And as that changed, you felt more confident. And with that confidence came more strength. And you started little by little letting go of the fear. And guess what happens? Fear stops us from doing a lot of things that would really push us forward, would really have us grow, would really have us evolving. And now that you're moving away from that energy, you're moving into the energy of courage. There's something that you're going to do that you didn't have the courage to do before because you weren't seeing things clearly. Ace of Ariel. So there's some kind of new beginning here when it comes to your material life. It's either a new business, a new country, a new job, a new house, a new source of income. There are new resources of money, time, or support coming your way. There could be a change in job, there could be a promotion, there could be a change in your career life, there could be a change in your finances for the better, for something more stable. You're definitely planting a good seed when it comes to, when it comes to your health, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your surroundings, where you live. It's going to be different for all of you, or maybe it's all of the above, right? But I do see you just feeling your body feeling stronger for sure. Seven of Michael. You're realizing that there's actually a better course of action that has always been available to you, but your own bias or your own fears or your own lack of self-confidence or self-worth were inhibiting you from seeing that. And maybe you felt like you had to go this alone, or no one was sharing your ideas, or no one was sharing your worries, or whatever this was. And you're realizing that there's a better course of action, there's a better way of thinking, there's a better way of doing things. Because you're realizing that you were in self-sabotage before, so you're exiting self-sabotage. You're reviewing the past, you're reviewing the way things have been done, the way you've been doing things, the way you've been thinking. And you're realizing that there's a better way. You're realizing that your worry has been unnecessary all this time. You're realizing that your thoughts have been creating your reality. And I feel that right now you're releasing a lot of feelings of regret, guilt, worry. So let's start clarifying here how your life is transforming. Two of Swords. There's a big decision coming up, or you're currently dealing with a big decision. And in some way you've not known what to do, which way to go. Okay, there's a stalemate going on here, or there was in the recent past. Three of Pentacles. Okay, but it seems like that is confirming you're building a stable, solid foundation right now for the future. So from a faulty foundation that's crumbling, you're creating a new, more stable one. Okay. Nine of Swords. That anxiety, those sleepless nights will be substituted for a new beginning. Yes, beautiful. Muse of Materials. Now, this is the King of Pentacles. This guy is that feminine's husband. So we have a husband and a wife here. So for some of you, how is your life transforming? Eight of Wands, you're probably getting news of getting married. Well, not news of getting married, but maybe a marriage proposal here. Maybe this is something that you've been anxious about. Maybe you're going to meet your future spouse very, very soon as a result of all of this. You're going to be able to move on from the anxiety, from the sleepless nights. All of that will be substituted with movement forward, inspiration, drive, energy, vitality, endurance. So it's like you're taking you're still responsible, you're still focused on 3D things, you're still very responsible, but it's like the heaviness is what you're releasing from that Saturnian energy. You're keeping the responsibility and the drive and the ambition, but you're letting go of the heaviness and the limitations that were self-imposed, or, you know, all of those things. There's something that you will be receiving that is in the you're in the energy. There's a potential of something coming your way. So allow yourself to receive this. Just open yourself to this energy. Just declare, I am open to receive this, because it seems like it's prosperity. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. I feel like you're putting yourself in a position where you will be able to help other people as well. And freedom. You're definitely freeing yourself from self-imposed limitations, limitations imposed by others by way of codependency. You're releasing yourself from outdated ways of doing things and thinking. You're releasing yourself from toxic situations and behaviors and probably addictions even, okay? Hawaii could be significant to someone here. Also, ancient Egypt. The name Hina could be significant. Names with H. Hathor. Yeah, names with H are coming through very strongly. Also, you could have A-T-O-R, but H is very strong here. We have two H's and one H there. Yeah, so that was your reading, guys. It was a pleasure to read for you. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comment section. If it did not, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for everyone today. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye. Hello and welcome, those of you who chose Chrysocolla. This is going to be your reading about how your life is transforming. All right, the number 16 could be significant. The number 7. Chrysocolla is all about speaking your truth. Okay, so maybe you've been speaking your truth more. There's something about heartfelt communication here, coming from your heart. Speech aligning with what you feel, how you feel, and what's in your heart. Could be that you were dealing with a crisis recently. I'm also seeing Chrysler. I don't know if it's the building in New York. I'm also seeing Coca-Cola, Pensacola. S-O. Cry. You've been crying? Los Angeles. California. HR, someone here works in HR. CH, I'm seeing Switzerland. Also, countries starting with CH. Czech Republic. China. I'm also hearing SoCal and Soho. Could be Soho, London, Soho, New York. Okay, but there's something here about speaking your truth and heartfelt communication. Being true to your soul's desire to participate in the co-creation of a better life and a better world. Being authentic and clear with how you communicate. Speaking up, speaking out. Saying what needs to be said. Being assertive. Saying yes when you mean yes, saying no when you mean no. You can be assertive in a loving and kind way. Creating your destiny through what you speak. So maybe you've been saying positive affirmations. You know, our words are spells. Whatever we say, whatever we speak, we're speaking it out to the universe. It creates an energy around us. And it creates our reality. So there's something that you've been speaking into existence. There's something that you've been speaking into existence here. All right. What else do we have? Fire, opal. That could be significant to someone here. Sensuality and confidence. I feel there's a connection to option 1 for you guys. I feel there could be a message in option 1 because sensuality and confidence came out as themes in option 1. How is your life transforming? Through right speech, through honesty, honest communication, through aligned communication with your soul, with your heart, you are becoming increasingly more confident, and that is hot. Okay, I'm just going to say it like that. And that's hot. So, a glow up. Your confidence being very attractive. Feeling fired up, feeling inspired, inspiring others with your words for some of you. Okay, now we have the number 16 again. So repeated number 1616, also 77, angel number 77, angel number 1616, dark night of the soul. Oh, you've been through it. You've been going through a dark night of the soul, and I feel you're coming out of it. That's how your life is transforming. You're exiting this dark night of the soul. You're exiting the heaviness. You're exiting an energy where any preconceived ideas, any limiting beliefs that you had were acting as impediments for you to experience true intimacy, true vulnerability. First and foremost within your relationships, but also allowing your soul to come through. It's like you're stripping away the barriers now. You're stripping away any barriers that were there. That's how your life is transforming. Serving humanity with humility. I'm seeing almost like an ego death here. I'm seeing you're realizing that a lot of your actions were self-serving, coming from a place of fear. And now there's a sense that you're focusing on the greater good. It's like you've been through something that really humbled you. And I'm not saying that you weren't humble or you were, all of us, especially the younger we are, depending, we go through a phase where we cling on to ego and we cling on to fears. But it's like as you release the fear, you release the ego. And you know, being humble means that you've given yourself away to learning more, if that makes sense. You put yourself in a position where you become more willing to learn because something showed you that a lesson wasn't learned or you needed to learn more. The reason why you were clinging to fear and your ego was the fact that you weren't willing to learn something. And it's almost like you were put in a position where you had to learn that thing. And this humility is serving you well. And it's not only serving you well, but it will allow you to also serve humanity in a higher way. Even if you think that you were serving others, there's something here that's showing me that you weren't. And you're waking up to the fact that you really weren't. But now you really will. Does that make sense? Something's going to click. You're going to understand something about this whole process here. Or you have been. Yeah, you're walking away and you're closing some kind of cycle. You could be walking away from a literal place for some of you, but it doesn't have to be. But you're definitely walking away from this dark night of the soul. You're walking away from anything. You're walking away from a stubbornness in a sense, and you're definitely walking away from fear. And it's interesting to see how maybe you thought being humble or being vulnerable was you were in fear of walking away. You were in fear of being humble. You were in fear of being vulnerable out of a fear that would hurt you in some way. But it hurt you more to not go there, if that makes sense. And so you're closing the gate on these things. You're closing the gate on fear. You're closing the gate on ego. And because of that, your life, you will be evolving and your life will be expanding in bigger ways. You've definitely been on a very deep spiritual journey. Express your individuality. So you're walking away from the roles you were playing or the masks you were wearing out of fear and ego. And now you're going to be allowing your true self to shine because you've realized something about yourself that is amazing. And you're going to express that, finally. It's the thing you needed to do. It's the ultimate vulnerability, and it's the ultimate humility to show yourself so genuinely, so truthfully. But that's how you're going to shine. That is how you're going to be appreciated. That's how you're going to serve humanity. That is how you're going to evolve and expand your life. 7 of Gabriel. You've become defensive in the past. You're going to start to stand up for what you believe in. You're going to have more confidence in doing so. You're going to reclaim your personal power. And you know what? You may have to defend yourself against others because not everyone's going to understand what you're doing, why you're doing it. And guess what? You don't really have to explain it that much. People will eventually see. But if you do have to explain yourself, you will. High Priestess, you're following your intuition and your intuition is guiding you well. You're very clairsentient. I was going to say claircognizant, but you could be clairsentient. You're going to get, you're receiving some powerful psychic insights right now. You're probably doing a lot of reflection and meditation. And mostly I feel you're feeling at peace, even if people could come against your ideas or your beliefs or who you are. You're at peace with that. You don't care what other people think anymore. Because you know your truth, you know your path, you follow your intuition. You could have some Pisces in your chart. The number 2 could be significant. It's something about you're moving in silence in some way, and that's a smart thing to do. Not many people know what you're going through or what you're doing. You've been mostly keeping to yourself, the sun. But you're about to come out with some kind of revelation, or people are about to see. Your life is about to become wonderful. Things are about to grow for you. You're about to feel happier and lighter and more joyful. You're about to thrive through this power of positive thinking, and you're going to be an inspiring success to others. That's how your life is transforming. You could have Leo in your chart. I feel you've gained a lot of wisdom with Archangel Uriel being here. You've gained a lot of wisdom that has allowed you to exit this dark night of the soul, to exit these old ways, to walk away from the masks, to walk away from the roles. The number 19 could be relevant as well as the number 1. And you're stepping into this new beginning that is lighter, more, it's warmer, it's like a warm embrace. It's like a warm hug. That's how life is going to feel. That is how your life is transforming. I feel you're going to be more successful and you're going to inspire others with your success. And I feel if you're focusing on positive thinking and positive affirmations, that's how you're going to be thriving. It's working. Ace of Raphael, a new emotional beginning. For some of you, it's new love, or a positive new emotional experience. It could be a new fulfilling romantic relationship or a renewal where your romantic relationship will become more fulfilling. With the 2 dolphins there in the back, I'm seeing a higher level soulmate with whom you're going to feel very playful and lighthearted, and your inner child is going to come out to play. With 10 of Wands here, I feel you're releasing the burdens, or some burdens. Many burdens, I would say. I feel there are a lot of helpful people that will come in to lighten your load. You could be working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. You're going to be releasing that. I see that you're gonna love yourself enough to know where your boundaries are and enforce them. Let people know, okay, this is where you cross the line with me. This is what's unacceptable to me. And you're going to be very clear about that. Yeah, the Fool, the new beginning. Having the courage to take that leap of faith. Yes. Be true to yourself, no matter what people think, no matter what people say. You're up for it. You're going to do it. You finally have the courage to do it. You could have Aries in your chart somewhere strongly. 10 of Wands. Your intuition is telling you exactly why you're burdened. Is giving you very strong clues of why you've been so burdened and what you need to do to release those burdens. Your intuition is showing you that you've been carrying a weight that is not yours and showing you exactly where that is and why that is. Strength. You're feeling stronger in many ways. You're learning to hold back where you need to hold back, to fight when you need to fight, to stand your ground. And you know what? To show people that, yes, you're this lamb, okay? But, you know, if people push it too far with you, you can become this lion. And, you know, people can even feel intimidated by you. But hey, you know, your boundaries are your boundaries. What's unacceptable is unacceptable, and you will defend yourself if you need to. Queen of Pentacles, and you're standing strong. You're on your game. You're on it. You are not taking any more BS, and because of that, you will be building in a much stronger, sturdier, steadier, more prosperous way moving forward. You know your worth. Muse of Inspiration, we have the King of Wands now. Look, this is interesting because a lot of these people coming out, the court cards coming out here, are court cards that showed up in option 1. So I feel you're definitely, the way your life is transforming is you're empowering. You're feeling a lot more empowered. You're being more empowered and feeling more inspired. So I feel there's also a message in option 1 for you guys, so check that out. Okay, signs in your chart could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Are the strongest ones that I'm seeing here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. Okay? Amy, leap of faith. Yes, that's that Fool energy. You're about to take a leap of faith. You're going to take some kind of a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Not the desires other people think you should have or other people have for you. Your heart's true desire into action. That is how your life is transforming. You're starting to listen to yourself. You're starting to listen to your intuition. You're starting to listen to your heart and your soul. Finally. And with listen, you could be clairsentient and like clairaudient, right? You could be clairaudient. You could be listening to things in your mind's ear and getting important messages there. All right, that was your reading, everyone. It was a pleasure to read for you guys. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comment section. If it did not, choose another pile. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Extra content is on Patreon. Information for that is in the description box. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps to bring you more extra content. I said that already. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye. All right, welcome everyone. Last but not least, you guys chose this beautiful diamond. All right, your name could start with a D, I, A, M, O, or N. The number 20 could be relevant to you, as well as number 2. Shine bright like a diamond. Ooh, you've been through it. You've been through the heat. You've been through the pressure. You've been through the, what's it called? Lapidation. You've been through the polishing. My goodness, look at you. I feel this is you, right? It's not what happened to you. It's what you decided to do with it. You turned your obstacles into stepping stones. You didn't feel sorry for yourself. You didn't blame anyone else. And look at the results. This is how your life is transforming. Wow. The priceless gift of time and pressure combined. Beauty and strength arising from trials and challenges because you applied the right use of power. You didn't abuse your power. You applied the right use of power. You controlled what you could control. You let go of what you couldn't. You focused on what was important. You stood your ground. You stick to your values. And look at this. This is beautiful. This is just beautiful, guys. I'm loving this for you. Okay. Mugwort, yeah. Rites of passage. I feel that's right now. It's a rite of passage for you after all that you've been through, after the good work that you've done on yourself, for others. And yeah, it's like, it's a rite of passage. You're going on to a new, better phase of your life. By the way, I don't know why I saw the word mug with mugwort, and I've been forgetting to share with you guys. I just created a new set of clothing, and even I think I have a sticker there and a mug. So it has a saying about discipline leading to motivation, and I feel you go by this, or you've learned something about going by this. You know how not other people, let's say many people expect to feel motivated to do something, to get something done, something that is important, right? I feel for you guys, I feel you've either learned or you're in the process of learning that you put discipline first. And the more disciplined you are, the more you see motivation starting to arise from that. And that's exactly what this clothing line that I created, it's not a clothing line, it's more like t-shirts and sweatshirts and whatever. You can find it underneath my videos, or you can go to my community page and find it there. I created those sweatshirts and those t-shirts and whatever, and you know, the saying is right in the front of the t-shirt. So, you know, if you're brushing your teeth in the morning and you're seeing yourself in the mirror, or you're putting it on, it reminds you of the energy. And so I feel you guys are in this energy. You've been very disciplined, and you weren't always motivated, but you stuck with it. And now it's like a rite of passage. And now it's like, okay, now we open the door for you and you go up a level. Beautiful. Past life activation. So right now, the way your life is transforming is there's something from your past life that was lying dormant that needed to be activated in this lifetime to be continued or closed off or worked on. But it couldn't happen until now. Now you're ready for that. You weren't ready for that before. You had to go through these things. And now you're ready to activate this past life thing. And guess what? With the number 35 being here, which is an 8 if you sum up these two numbers, 3 and 5, whatever's being activated is to lead you in a direction of stability and prosperity, or stable prosperity, if you will. So you're being headed in the direction of your life is transforming in a very stable and prosperous way and direction here. And it's something about a past life activation. Now, whenever I see these buildings, it reminds me of the Library of Alexandria, one that burned, that was filled with knowledge that disappeared. And it's like there's something in you that remembers this from a past life, and that knowledge is coming back to you. It's coming back to you now. Even, you know, I feel it was dormant in a way, but it was lying somewhere in your subconscious that it was driving you before, but you weren't really conscious of this. You're going to become conscious of this. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. I feel like you're realizing through that selfless devotion and not only focusing on yourself, but the greater good and the grand scheme of things, it's really set you into this. You probably could have been a monk or a nun in a past life. But I feel with this selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit, I feel it's dedication to your soul. It's aligning with the truth of your soul. And it's a rite of passage. I feel that things that used to disturb you, or things that used to really affect you, are no longer going to, you're not going to be so easily affected by things. Your energy, it's like external energies are not going to bring you down as easily or affect you as easily, or mess with your equilibrium, with your balance, with your peace. So I feel the way your life is transforming is that you're going to be living in a state of more consistent peace. Feeling peace more consistently because you've been consistent. You know, discipline is consistency, and discipline leads to freedom. Freedom of what? Freedom of being affected as much. And that's where you can start to build something stable and prosperous. Financial constraints, okay, maybe you've been dealing with financial constraints. The number 13 is there, could be significant. 1 plus 3, but you've been disciplined with these financial constraints as well. You've been moving through this in a disciplined way. And therefore, you're going to have money to travel now. So I feel you're freeing yourself from these financial constraints. There could be an upcoming trip that will prove to be life-changing in very positive ways for you. So how is your life transforming? 4 of Raphael. Maybe you've been seeking out other possibilities. Maybe you've been in your emotions. Maybe you've been bored, dissatisfied with life in some way, or feeling like something's missing. You're looking for the magic in life, but you couldn't find it. Like it was all about discipline, all about this and that, but I feel like you're going to find that magic. You've built yourself up in a way that you're going to find it. And it's, funnily enough, it's not dependent on other people. 9 of Raphael, but there's a wish that you made and it's coming true. There's a dream becoming reality for you. And you're going to be very happy about this. Well, of course. Life becoming more interesting. For some of you, you're going to be able to travel to like a paradise island or location or beach, somewhere where there's palm trees and this really clear blue, bright blue water. 5 of Michael. There's a situation that hasn't been serving you, and you're going to be releasing your attachment to the situation, or releasing arguments or attachment to having to argue or argumentative people. You're going to be releasing mental conflict as well. And the way you're going to be releasing conflict with others or mental conflict is that you're releasing any attachment to any outcomes here. And you're going to start taking a more uplifting approach to things. And whatever you can't control, you're going to start trying to control. And that's going to free your energy. Because whatever you were trying to control could have been creating financial constraints that will now be lifted. Page of Gabriel, you're going to start to feel more energized, more optimistic, more playful, braver, and freer to follow your passion. You're going to feel ready for any challenge moving forward, and there's opportunities for excitement and adventure coming your way. You could have Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries strongly in your chart, or Pisces. Perspective. You've been gaining a new perspective. You've been seeing things from a different perspective. It's like life forced you into seeing things upside down or having to change your viewpoint. But you're going to find that there's a better way of doing things here. After a pause for reflection, or after a forced pause in your life where you felt stagnant. You weren't really stagnant energetically. Things were moving for you, especially if you stayed disciplined. Things were really moving for you energetically. You didn't realize this, but you're going to see it. What's been happening is you've been gaining insights, and you've been becoming more in tune with your intuition through this whole process. And I feel in some way, the way your life is transforming is because you're starting to dare to be different or do things differently. 10 of Pentacles, okay. So for some of you, you've even made it like financially, like you've created financial stability in the past, but something was missing. It was all material based, but you did a good job there, or you've been doing a good job there. But it's like Yes, King of Pentacles. And guess what? You know what? Actually, that's going to keep summing. I mean, even if you haven't like acquired wealth in the past, or if you haven't made it in terms of, you know, a lot of money, stable health, that's happening for you. That is happening. You're going to be very satisfied with what you've achieved financially. Yes, you're going to feel 9 of Pentacles, very financially free, standing on your own 2 feet, regardless of naysayers, regardless of who comes against you, regardless of who argues with you. I feel that you've got that down. Material-wise, you're going to be good. Health-wise, financially, I'm seeing really good cards for that. And a sound mind as well. Your mental health is in a good place as well. You see things clearly and logically. I'm seeing Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy could be somewhere strongly in your chart. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The King of Swords next to the King of Swords. Your mental acuity, your intelligence, your wisdom, have put you in a place of a lot of financial stability. I feel though, when it comes to your heart and your emotions, that's being left out here a little bit from this reading. So I don't know if your love life, your romantic life, or your emotions are not important to you, or if that's not what you want to focus on in this reading, because love is not really coming through here. What is coming through is that you're going to see things clearly about why you've been going through financial constraints and how you can change that. You're heading toward a path of more stable prosperity, more money, more health, more stability, and being very, very independent in the physical world. Being able to buy your own house, being able to pay for your health, being able to save money, invest money, have money grow, all those things. That's what I'm seeing here as being a very needed, deep-seated dream of yours coming true. And it's all because you've gained perspective. And you're going to be able to travel. And this trip is going to be life-changing in very positive ways. Okay, we have Diana, focused intention. Someone's name could be Diana. But your focused intention, your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target are what are leading you to make that mark. So your focus, your steadfastness, your discipline are going, and by focusing your thoughts and aligning your feelings and your actions, you're going to hit your mark. You're going to make the reality you want to make come true. And you're going to be able to spend more time in nature, or retreating into nature is going to be very helpful. And now we have that heart there and 2 people holding the heart. So love messages didn't come through here, but I feel this wasn't the reading for that. But there's a sign there that there's a soulmate and love here involved in some way that may come through in another reading, or maybe you didn't need to hear about that right now, but it's there in your energy. Okay, guys? So that was your reading. It was a pleasure to read for you. Let me know how that resonates for you in the comment section. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel, helps bring you more. If you want to be notified of future uploads on the channel, hit the bell for notifications. If you want to be on my mailing list to know when I am available for services, which is once or twice a month, I will email you, but you have to be on the mailing list to know when that is. My email is in the description box. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye.